Re-entry network, the best work. We about to be dropping so much shit, gon' make your chest hurt. And keep your bitch off our pie, you know she gon' wanna flirt. Yeah, real street niggas out here turn their life around, so we gotta make it work.
See, I done came a long way from thugging heavy in them trenches. I ain't have a role model, so the streets is what built me. I was taught to never fold and keep it two when shit get tricky. If a nigga make the wrong move, nigga get jiggy. I was once a lost soul, now a nigga getting busy. Man, the people threw me in, that said they really tried to break me, but they can't take me. I'm riding in this foreign and these niggas.
What's good, everybody? We're here in this beautiful set. Shout out Morgan for designing this wall with a very special guest. Issue 12's own, Long Island's own, returning to Underground. Welcome, iSmokeBeatz.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know the vibes.
Oh, man, great to have you. Great to have you.
Yeah,
like I said, right, you're obviously Issue 12 alum, but this is the first time that we're ever doing an on-camera interview together, which is always fire. How has your trip been out in LA this time around? This is like, you said your fourth time, technically, coming out here and doing stuff with Underground.
I ain't gonna lie, like, you know, it's amazing. You know, it's just like, it's a peaceful feeling. I be, you know, enjoying the sun. I just be vibing, you know, minding my business, handling my business at the same time. So, getting that work done with Underground, that's about it.
That's
Videos,
good.
You know,
We
a lot of shit.
We did a bunch of stuff today, right? You worked with a lot of random third parties. Like we did. What was your favorite one out of the bunch that we just did?
I ain't gonna lie, I fucked with the legal business where they got some good drip. They got some good drip.
They do. Shout out Twizzy, Darko, Kaleem, the whole team.
Mr. Mushies too. I ain't gonna sleep on y'all. Y'all already know what's up. Word.
Shout out Mr. Mushies, of course, one of our good sponsors. You already know.
Right.
So you're back in LA. Obviously, you're working with us, like you said. What kind of other things are you doing? What's kind of the main goal with coming out here this time?
Basically, so I just dropped a new project, Unfamiliar. You know, a story from LA to LA. You know, how like it's just been driving back and forth. You know, working on different music out here. You know, catching the vibe and stuff. So definitely had to come shoot a video. It was only right. You know, I finally did a tape for it, so I did that. But honestly, I'm really about to get into this Afro and Latin stuff, you know? Really about to switch it up. So definitely got something new for the summer coming. So definitely look out for that, not gonna lie.
Okay, fire. We'll dive into some of that there. That's awesome. But you mentioned the new drop, Unfamiliar, out now officially. If it came out, what, February 21st or 20th?
February 20th, for sure. All platforms, you know.
So
go get that link in my bio.
Link in bio. We'll put the link in the description of this YouTube video as well.
For sure.
You got a lot of different features on this. You were kind of breaking down some of the people. What was the decision to put features on the album? On the, what do you consider an EP?
Yeah, it was like a little EP.
Nice.
7-song EP.
Yeah, it was 7 tracks.
Exclusive.
Tell me a little about the features that are on Unfamiliar.
I mean, very unfamiliar, you know? It's like, nah, I mean, honestly, more like inner circle type of vibes, you know, just like guys I rock with heavy, you know, that's family anyway, you know, and my girl's on one of the tracks, so it's definitely a vibe.
That's cool. How long had you been working on Unfamiliar for?
Honestly, I had like maybe like 1 or 2 of the songs since like before I first came out here, so that was like, you know, just amping me to get out here and stuff. Other than that, started working on more songs probably like last year, May.
Okay,
May,
nice. So it's been in the works.
Yeah, once it started getting a little warm out, I was getting more of a, you know, party vibe. So I just got into that party motion, honestly. Yeah.
There's even like a point on the album where I feel like at least one point, I forget the song. We were just listening through them all. But you get very like R&B energy. I feel like, you get it's slowed down. You definitely are somebody that can rap, but also can sing as well. Like you're not scared to get in that melodic pocket, you know? Right? Would you agree with that?
Nah, definitely, for sure. I definitely know, like, I'm a hybrid, you know? Best of both worlds type of thing. So, yeah, I keep note of it, you know, staying humble about it. So, yeah.
And so you had mentioned a couple times now that kind of the next step for you is this Afro-Latin lane.
Wow.
Tell me a little bit more about that. I feel like that might be more popular on the East Coast.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that, you know, because we got a lot of Caribbean people where I'm from and stuff. So, honestly, like, I'm just doing a vibe for, like, the people right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, really cater to, like, the cultural community, honestly, like to everybody, you know, like mix it up a little bit. It's like everyone hears rap every day, like everyone doesn't really go back and listen to like jazz music or like maybe the like native country music, so it's kind of like me like remastering it in a way.
Yeah.
Giving it more of a vibe in my way. You know?
Have you always been a fan of like Latin music, like that kind of stuff?
Music, yeah, because you know we go out to the clubs, we go to the bars. Like, what else do you hear? Like, they play the songs every night, so might as well make something to it if you can, you know. So that's really what I'm doing. Like, I already dropped that Siete Hermanos on the last project, no profanity. So yeah, stuff like that. Caribbean King, you know.
Did you get like a good reaction from that first Spanish song that you dropped?
They were shocked. They was like, yo, he's really speaking. Like, he's really on it. Like, he's really doing that. I'm just like, yo, I had to sit there and learn, you know, really study. Like, it ain't come easy. It's not like I really just, like, wrote it in the night. Like, nah, like, I had people around who definitely was helping around. Shout out Sergio Vargas, word. Like, he was around the studio when we recorded it, and it was dope. You know?
And he helped you kind of piece some of the
like, he was
words
making
together?
it make sense for me, you know? He was like, don't say it like that, like, that don't sound correct, like, how you trying to say it, you know? So, yeah, for sure.
Nice. And
You gotta make sure you gotta have that thing on point.
You do. And like, that's something that you've always been dope with since we met you, really, for that issue 12 shoot, which, like, when would that have been? That would have been like almost 2 years ago.
Yeah, like
April 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. But something that always impressed me about you is like you always seem to have just like a solid group of people around you. Yeah. Whether it's just people that come with you to the photo shoots, or like you said, this guy Sergio who's helping you with literal translation, songwriting, things like that. Did you like understand the importance of having that team around you, like from an early age, or how did that come about?
I mean, honestly, it's like my people's always told me like, yo, like just listen to what people are saying. Like, don't always try to like block it off. Like, actually, like listen to what someone's saying, because you never know. Like, you may be able to incorporate it somehow, some way, and it might just help you out throughout life. So just use that every day, you know? Just think about different things, listen to what people got to say. If it don't make sense right then and there, you can always spin back to it and really understand. Be like, oh, because when it happens to you, you're going to be like, oh, that's what they meant. You know?
Yeah.
So it's one of those, just listen, and you never know. It could take you far, give you different ideas.
My role with the magazine, I gotta be creative all the time. Sometimes, you know, just the repetition of having to pull a new, awesome, creative idea can be difficult, you know, to repeat time after time again, especially as we go on with the years and make more magazines. And so I found Mr. Mushies to be a great way at helping me get over that, you know. I would definitely rather be tripping with Mr. Mushies. Who would you consider, like, at this point, late February 2026, like who is part of the iSmokeBeatz team or inner circle music-wise?
I mean, everybody you've been seeing me with, word. Same guys that we came to Cali with. You know, it's the whole team. It's like, yeah. Unreal, PYE, like Hefe, E, you know. Those my guys, so yeah. Everyone, we all keep it in motion. Like, we know what we're doing, you know.
That's good. So give me a little update on just kind of what you've been up to in the last like 6, 7, 8 months since. I mean, I haven't seen you, like we were saying. I don't think I've seen you since the issue 12 show.
Yeah,
which would have been
a little minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Like a year,
obviously, yeah, over a year. Like we've obviously been keeping up, and I've been seeing everything you've been doing. But maybe summarize the 2025 for the people at home that are unfamiliar.
Well, 2025 was a movie. Like, we was outside, we was doing our thing, you know what I mean? Music, the shows, you know, the radio, like, everything was going crazy. Non-stop.
You were on the radio
shoots.
in New York, right?
Yeah, for sure, you know. Non-stop video shoots and vlogs, you know, just non-stop working, honestly. And all of it is just showing in numbers now, you know, like, it's just getting up there slowly but surely. Like, we working, we active. I literally shot like almost every song off the last project. Nice. You know, I was like, you know what, like, I just want to do something. I just want to get real creative. Like, let me put some more videos. The visuals is where it's at, so. Yeah. It is, obviously, right? That's the most important piece. Yeah. So, speaking of visuals, you teamed up with our guy Gavin the other day and shot a video. Gavin Banksy, the Gavin Banksy. Make sure y'all tap in, man. If y'all didn't and y'all ain't see, y'all better go tap in right now, for real.
And so you did a video around LA for a song off Unfamiliar, right?
Yeah.
Which song was it?
No gimmicks.
Okay, nice. No
Yeah.
gimmicks. And so where did
Track
you guys
one.
shoot?
Went to Hollywood Walk of Fame. Went to downtown LA. By like the theaters, the little big theaters with the signs and stuff.
Yeah.
Rooftop. We was on the rooftop. Caught some rooftop scenes and stuff. Wow.
Gavin knows all the little rooftop spots.
Yeah, for real. He knows what he's doing. Like, he's working for real. Like, he's up there. You know what I'm saying? So, whenever I come to the West, yeah, that's what I'm shooting with.
Who do you shoot with out in New York? Do you have like a set guy out there?
Yeah, my dog, I make media. Shoot everything on the East for me. That's my guy right there.
Nice. So it's I Make Media and I Smoke Beats.
Yeah,
That's
basically,
fire.
you know, like, that shit is unreal.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Underground Magazine, issue 18. You are going to be a solo cover artist. At the time we're shooting this, the cover's technically not out. We just did the photo shoot, though, hours ago.
Yeah.
I don't think, obviously, you probably haven't seen many of the photos yet, either have I. But out of just getting the feel for it from the photo shoot itself, which set or which kind of area do you think might end up being the shot, the one we used for the cover?
The mirror room.
Yeah, the mirror room.
Yeah, the mirror room. That little 4-wall mirrors. Yeah, that's the one. I like that because it's like reflecting myself in all different like mirrors and stuff. It's like different versions of me in different realms I could see. So, yeah.
I like that. I definitely see that. Even as I was just brainstorming the cover before you flew out here, I was like, I feel like the set that works best for him is this light, this mirror light box. Give
And
it
the
that
neon
space
lights,
vibe.
yeah, that shit put the icing on the cake every time. I love neon lights, so it just works.
Where did just like your aesthetic come from? Like, what are some influences? Like Chirp Skyline, trippy. Like, I've always just kind of been like, oh, maybe that's just some New York shit. But it's probably not. You probably stand out in New York. I would expect,
Type
which
shit.
is probably difficult to do. Like, where did just like your general visual look come from? From the videos, cover arts to your clothing.
I mean, like, growing up, it's like I listen to like all types of music, especially a lot of rock. Like, I used to fall asleep and wake up to like on Fuse TV is on channel 56, and it's like it's a new band, it's a new song or whatever, and I'm just listening like, yo, they got some good shit, you know. I remember I liked them with Hollywood Undead. I just saw their styles. They had the mask and all that, sleeveless shirts. You know what I'm saying, the little biker chains that was running around just in the streets of LA too, Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? So
I think you put that as like a major music influence in your original mag. It's the
Yeah.
Hollywood Undead.
facts, yeah. Cause it's like that was the first that was like the first group I heard that mixed the rock and the rap together.
Okay.
And they just did it in a different way. I was like, yo, like they got the melodicness and they got the raps too. And it's like, shit is fire, smart. So
That's
wow.
awesome. That's awesome. Like, what about like the space energy that you kind of got? Like, maybe it's not a space aesthetic, but kind of like the
Yeah.
neon, the lights.
The
Like,
out of this
a lot
world
of your
type of
videos just have that general aesthetic to it. Is that something you always liked, or was that just like a conscious decision? Like, oh, I want to brand myself like this.
I always been into like outer space. Like I always been into stuff like that, you know, like I like playing Invader. I used to watch Invader Zim, you know, different aliens and shit. I played the Space Invaders game and all that. Like
Nice.
every time I go with Dave and Buster's now, I still play Space Invaders. Like that joint is lit. Let's go with that.
That is.
But other than that, it's like I like the outer space type of vibe. Like it's different colors. Like, I mean, it's a whole lot of stars, and I'm trying to be one day. So
I think it's good, like I said, with branding yourself, giving yourself an image.
Wow.
You know, like if I saw that shirt and it didn't have the name on it, and someone was like, "This is somebody from Underground," I'd be like, "That's iSmokeBeatz." Like, you know, just different. Are the sweats
nah,
clothing? It's something
not
else.
yet. Those are coming soon. Too.
They're coming soon. Because you showed me something else. I won't say it unless you want to leak it. But I saw some other cool shit coming.
Yeah, we go. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying, go ahead. Let them know what we doing.
We saw some cool, what was it, long sleeve shirts,
Hoodies,
hoodies.
zip ups.
That's fire. The zip ups.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Do you just feel like at this point the merch, you got to take that next level, get the hoodies?
For
I feel
sure,
like hoodies
'cause
is what everyone wants.
I was doing it like probably like 2 years ago. I was making them, you know, and it's like came to a point. It's like I made a lot of hoodies. A lot of people definitely supported. It was definitely dope, and I just seen like they just kept wanting more. Like they was like, yo, when you making more? And I just haven't because At the time, I was doing like literally hand by hand, like cutting it out and all that. So I was just like, yo, like me and my cousin was like, yo, bro, like this is too much.
Like I'm just trying to be an
This is
artist,
too much.
not a
Yeah,
like a merchantile.
it's taking a couple
like,
hours just to make like a few, like 10 hoodies or whatever. So it's like, you know what? Like we just gotta get that machine, or we're just gonna have to get the logos printed somehow. So yeah.
Nice. Well, now you got it handled. Things are coming soon in terms of the hoodies and stuff.
Stay tuned. iSmoke Customs, Trip Scholar.
Okay,
sure.
Nice. We need that. That. I want to ask you a little bit about taking it back to the issue 12 days. You know, a little throwback vibe. What do you remember from doing that? Like, obviously, those days, especially how we did it back then, you're meeting all these random people at one time. Obviously, you came back for the show, so you got to see everybody again a little later. But what do you remember from the issue 12 run, and who stood out to you from that time?
I ain't gonna lie, like the whole run was lit. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely fun, definitely dope meeting everybody and shit. It's like, yo, all of them dope vibes, like they all mad cool, like it was just a whole different type of energy, like, word, it was cool. Key the ISO, you know what I'm saying? I threw him on the project. He's on no profanity.
Oh, yeah, the project before.
Yeah, he was on there, and I mean, shout out to him. Ruined the Ray, yeah, he got some shit too, you know what I'm saying? I'm always supporting him, you know what I'm saying? High Rollers, they did some shit when we had the studio session, like, that Desperado joint, that was hard, you know what I'm saying? Murph, nice.
Shout out Murph,
like,
805er.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that was a good group. That was a good group.
Shout out
Baby on there.
Too, you know what I'm saying? For hosting the studio session, like, that was dope.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was right. The night before the issue 12 release event, Key Banks hosted this big session.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Havoc on the beat. He's dope. You know what I'm saying? He be hitting me and shit. Like, he cool. You know what I'm saying?
That's
he got
awesome.
Some shit too. Yeah.
And then we had our issue 12 show. That was at Adults Only.
Yeah.
You remember? There's all the... They make it look like the adult video store. Like, you probably never performed somewhere like that, I'm assuming.
I mean, I did the Breaking Sound prior to the magazine shoot.
Okay, you had performed at that location with Breaking Sound.
Facts.
Okay, nice.
That was like BET weekend that year.
Nice. Wow. So pretty right beforehand, honestly. Not too. That
was like when we was out here shooting for the magazine.
Okay, nice. Wow. Nice. You always seem to like come out here and, you know, I just know you, like, you know, I know you know Underground, obviously, but you seem to have other LA connections and tapped in with other people. Like, have you always just been kind of that natural networker in that way?
Yeah, it's like I just, you know, it's like I don't like to just sit in one place. Like, I like to be everywhere. I need to know I need to know what's going on out there, you know, like. And plus, like, back in the day, it's like I used to always just be around at the parties, every club and all that, like, literally, like, growing up since like high school, college, like that's what I was doing, just party hopping, just meeting everybody. So that's why the network is just so big now. Like, it's amazing.
I love it, dude.
It's only going to get, you know what I mean? It's only going to grow, progress. Word.
That's facts, especially coming out to different cities and stuff, right?
Yeah. You
got to come with that friendly energy. You got to come ready to meet people, network, work with people.
Non-stop. Like, the work don't stop. The grind don't stop. I'm saying the minute you stop is the minute you fail. Remember that.
That's facts. That's facts.
Wow.
Well, the last thing I kind of want to touch on with you is just looking forward for the new year, right? Like the magazine issue 18, it'll be out in late April, right around 420.
We outside.
That'll be our new magazine that we're pushing for April, May, and June, right? Kind of the lead up into summer. For sure. What is the rest of 2026 looking like for you? What are you trying to do this summer? What plans can you fill us in on?
Ooh, I might be coming back to LA.
Nice.
I have some more work to get done out here in the studio, you know. I got a couple people I was supposed to link up with, so might see them tomorrow, and there's some stuff going on. I mean, My man just recently came back out here. He tuned me in on some shit, so yeah, gotta look into that. You know, so I ain't gonna say nothing right now.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. What about just in terms of, do you have other drops planned? Like, obviously...
The Afro Latin EP, for sure.
Nice. When do you think that might be?
I'm gonna say probably like late summer, maybe.
Okay.
You know, maybe like mid to late summer, like July, mid-July.
Okay, nice. But for now, the next few months, it's really pushing Unfamiliar.
Yeah, everything's
awesome.
Very unfamiliar.
Let's get it. Well, it was a pleasure to have you. I appreciate you being back for another time, rocking with us for real.
Sure.
This will be your second cover, first solo cover though for Underground.
Yes.
Unfamiliar, out now everywhere. Where can people stream it? Where can people find you?
Spotify, YouTube, Audio Mac. Yo, go type in iSmokeBeatz. You can Google it. Like, it's really there. Type in.
Instagram at iSmokeBeatz, correct? With the Z.
For sure.
Don't forget the Z. We appreciate you. Always a pleasure having you here, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Let's get it, y'all.
I got
This is the West Coast, right? Nobody does that on the East Coast.
Nah, not no more. I was like, yo, like, that's new. I haven't seen that in a minute.
That's hilarious. Sure. Well, I love it. East Coast, West Coast, from Long Island to LA. We're joined by Issue 18's iSmokeBeatz, y'all. Unfamiliar out now. Let's get it.
Let's go.